You sit down on the couch. You have nowhere to be. No emails to answer, no chores waiting. And within about 90 seconds, something in you starts to itch. You reach for your phone. You tell yourself you're just checking something quick. But the truth is simpler and stranger. You cannot stand doing nothing. Most people call this laziness guilt. But the real answer is far stranger. Your discomfort with rest isn't about being lazy at all. It's a leftover alarm system from a world that no longer exists. Go back 200,000 years. Your ancestors did not have to-do lists, but they had something more urgent. Survival depended on constant vigilance. Every hour spent motionless was an hour not spent finding food or watching for predators. Stillness was risk. Anthropologist Sarah Blaffer-Hrdy has spent decades studying early human cooperative behavior. Her work shows survival wasn't just physical, it was deeply social. Groups that constantly monitored each other and stayed alert to shifting needs were the ones who made it through hard seasons. Idleness could look like abandonment, so your brain built a shortcut. Doing nothing equals danger. That shortcut didn't disappear when humans built houses and grocery stores. It just kept running, misfiring in a world that no longer requires constant labor to stay alive. And this isn't only ancient wiring, it was reinforced by culture, more recently than you'd think. Sociologist Max Weber described what he called the Protestant work ethic, showing how certain systems moralized productivity itself. Idleness became framed as a moral failure. Rest had to be earned. That idea seeped into factories, schools, offices, and eventually into your own head. Nobody explained the rule to you. You just absorbed it. Now two systems work together. An ancient alarm that treats stillness as risk. A cultural script that treats it as failure. No wonder rest feels loud instead of quiet. But here's the twist neither system accounted for. Your brain isn't actually idle when you rest. Neuroscientist Marcus Rachel discovered the default mode network, a set of brain regions that activate specifically when you're not focused on a task. When you daydream or stare out a window, this network lights up. It handles memory consolidation, self-reflection, even future planning. When you think you're doing nothing, your brain is doing some of its most important work. That means the guilt you feel during rest isn't a signal something's wrong. It's a false alarm. Think about the last time you solved a real problem. Chances are it wasn't at your desk. It was in the shower, on a walk. That's the default mode network connecting ideas you didn't know you were holding. Psychologist Sandy Mann ran a study where participants completed a boring task before a creativity test. The bored group outperformed the group with no downtime. Boredom isn't empty space, it's fertile ground. But knowing this doesn't quiet the guilt, because the guilt isn't logical. It's ancient. It responds to feeling safe, not to facts. Here's the modern mirror. You live in a world of constant notifications and comparison. Every scroll shows someone else optimizing, achieving, producing. Your ancient alarm reads that as evidence that stillness equals falling behind. So the itch to check your phone the moment you're doing nothing isn't about the phone. It's your nervous system hunting for a task, any task, to prove you're still useful, still safe. What would it mean to let stillness exist without needing to justify it? Not stillness as a reward for exhaustion, just stillness, allowed to be what it actually is. A biological requirement, not a debt. Next time you reach for your phone during a quiet moment, notice what's happening. It's not boredom demanding to be fixed. It's an old alarm ringing in a world that no longer needs it. You sit down on the couch, you have nowhere to be. And this time, you let that be enough.